Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Dhakal. The top stories first. Prime Minister Oli holds video conferencing again. Government spokesperson says Oli returning home this Friday. Probe Committee finds substandard parts in vehicles purchased for lawmakers. Reports suggest fixing 11 vehicles and returning back 3 others. Trivandrum International Airport to train staffs for welcoming tourists. The training is aimed at developing a positive mindset among the visitors. Opponents of a no-deal Brexit defeat government. PM Johnson suffers blow in Parliament after his party MP defects. And Serena Williams cruises into US Open semi-finals, defeats Chinese Wang in record 44 minutes. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has held discussions with the Council of Ministers through video conferencing for the second time. The Prime Minister is currently undergoing treatment for kidney problems in Singapore. During yesterday's video conference, PM Oli discussed about the ongoing works of various ministries. He also gave specific instructions to the ministers in resolving the problems, said Minister of Communication and Information Technology Gokul Baskota. During the video conference, PM Oli assured the ministers that he was in good health. Minister Baskota, who is also the government's spokesperson, said that the Prime Minister will return home on Friday.
साथीहरुसित जानकारी आवश्यक परेको दिनुस् भन्नु मन्त्रीज्यूहरूले दिनुभयो प्रधानमन्त्रीज्यूले आवश्यक निर्देशन पनि दिनुभयो र हाम्रो चाहिँ भिडियो कन्फरेन्स सकियो.
Prime Minister Oli's video conference with Council of Ministers earlier had courted controversy, with the opposition party raising concern regarding leakage of information while using information technology for such a meeting. Nepali Congress is expecting its national awareness campaign to strengthen the party. The main opposition party will be organizing the second phase of its nationwide campaign from September 10th. A central committee meeting of Nepali Congress yesterday approved the decision to start the second phase of campaign next week. Nepali Congress will be announcing its program today.
र जागरण अभियानको कार्यक्रम भदौ 24 मा सुरु हुँदैछ. त्यो भन्दा पूर्व 20 सम्मको समयावधि निर्धारण गरिएको छ. 20 गतेसम्म पुग्दै गर्दा लगभग 95% अहिलेसम्मको आएकोमा 5-7% ठाउँहरुमा केही जिल्लाहरुको केही स्थानीय तहमा मात्रै त्यसलाई अझै समय लाग्ने 21-22 सम्म पुग्ने देखिन्छ.
Nepali Congress has also decided to extend the terms of its sister wings and public relation committees based on foreign countries. The party has also decided to hold the General Assembly of the sister wings, including Nepal Students Union, Tarun Dal and Women's Union, only after holding the party's 14th General Convention.
त्यस्तै नेपाली कांग्रेस पार्टी निकट रहेका विदेश स्थित जनसम्पर्क समितिहरू 35 वटा छन्, जसमध्ये समयावधि सकिएका सम्पर्क समितिहरूको हकमा के गर्ने भन्ने प्रस्ताव पनि छ. त्यो बारेमा पनि आज हामी साँझसम्म टुङ्गोमा पुग्दै छौं.
Nepali Congress has been discussing about holding its general conventions since July. A parliamentary committee formed to investigate the purchase of substandard vehicles by the federal parliament has submitted its report. The report has concluded that all vehicles purchased by the parliament secretariat have technical problems.
The committee was formed after vehicles used by chairs of parliamentary committee complained of problems. On the report submitted to Krishna Bhadra Mahara, Speaker of the lower house, the committee has identified minor technical problems in 11 of the vehicles. The parliamentary secretariat have been directed to repair those 11 vehicles within 1 week and to return 3 more vehicles that are unfixable.
सामान्य मर्मत गर्दा हुने खालको गाडी छ भने 7 दिनभित्रै चुस्त दुरुस्त नयाँ गाडी जस्तै हुने गरी बनाइदिनको निम्ति लेखिएको छ। यदि 7 दिनभित्र त्यस्तो बनाउन नसक्ने अवस्था भयो, बनाएको मिलेन भने यी गाडीहरू फिर्ता पठाउनु पर्ने छ।
The committee had prepared the report after analysing Public Procurement Act, dialogue with technicians and vehicle companies. The findings suggested that automobile components in all the purchased vehicles were not kept in order. The report also identified massive problems in 3 vehicles and proposed for their return.
त्यस्तो सामान्यतया सबैमा हुने हो। अब मेजर समस्या भनेको चाहिँ 3टा गाडीमा बढी मेजर समस्या देखियो।
Acknowledging the report submitted by the investigation committee, Speaker Mahara claimed of conducting an in-depth study of the report and implementing the findings. An investigating committee has been formed by the Parliamentary Secretariat on the coordination of lawmaker Ram Narayan Bidari to investigate the defaults found on the vehicles of chairs of Parliamentary Committee. The committee's report submitted to Speaker Mahara, however, has clarified that the procedure of vehicle purchase was as per the law.
This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. The World Health Organization has felicitated Nepal with Public Health Achievement Award for the control of hepatitis B disease. The WHO announced yesterday that Nepal, along with other countries like Bhutan, Bangladesh and Thailand, have become the first 4 nations from the Southeast Asian region to control hepatitis B. The felicitation program was organized in New Delhi, India, where Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Health Upendra Yadav represented Nepal. Nepal has been able to accomplish success in controlling hepatitis B and reducing its proliferation to less than 1% among children below 5 years. The Citizenship Bill, which was presented to the Parliament for endorsement last year, is still under discussion due to the differing views of the lawmakers. The parliamentary subcommittee formed to sort out the differences is itself in dispute. The subcommittee members themselves have objected to a report prepared by the panel. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break, and now the news from the economic front. Tourists who enter the country through the international airport make up their minds about their stay in the country depending on how they are treated at the airport. With this concept in mind, the people working in the airport, including the staff, have been asked to develop a positive mindset for a warm welcome to the visitors. A report.
The behavior of the staff working at the airport will determine the mindset of the visitors. An orientation for the staff at the airport regarding positive attitude and behavior change is being organized to help improve the standard of hospitality at the airport. The orientation program is being conducted in 3 shifts daily, and over 1,000 staffs have already been trained. The expectation is that there will be significant changes in the behavior and attitude of the staff after this orientation.
अब ती कर्मचारीहरूले पनि कम्तीमा हाम्रो ड्युटी यो हो, यात्रु हाम्रा भगवान हुन्, उहाँहरुकै राजस्वले हाम्रो तलब चलेको छ, हामीले तलब पाएका छौं भन्ने कुरा बुझेर बिहेभ गर्नु। फेरि म एउटा कुरा भन्न चाहन्छु, अरु देशको भन्दा हाम्रो यहाँको कर्मचारीहरु धेरै म्यानर हुनुहुन्छ, धेरै सभ्य हुनुहुन्छ। कहीं कतै कुनै कमजोरी छ भने यस्तो तालिमहरुले त्यसलाई राम्रो बाटोतिर लान्छ।
The orientation program has been initiated and the directive of Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, Yogesh Patrai. The results of the training will be assessed next month and its effectiveness will decide about the next round of trainings.
जो फ्रन्ट डेस्कमा भएर यात्रुसँग बिहेभ गर्नुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई हामी यसको तालिम दिइरहेछौँ र मैले अझ एउटा के विचार गरेको छु भने यो तालिमको रिजल्ट हेरेर सकारात्मक आउँछ पक्कै पनि आउँछ अझै यसलाई हामीले एउटा एनालाइसिस गरेर नेक्स्ट फेजमा 1 महिना पछि अथवा 1.5 महिना पछि मैले हाम्रो यहाँ ट्याक्सी ड्राइभर जुन हुनुहुन्छ हरियो ट्याक्सी अथवा कालो ट्याक्सी उहाँहरूलाई पनि 200-300 जनालाई चाहिँ दिने मैले विचार गरेको छु.
Some staffs in the airport not only need orientation on developing positive mindset, but also on language improvement. A proposal for this has also been submitted.
हाम्रो सेक्युरिटी डीआईजी साहबसित कुरा गरेका छौँ उहाँहरूले पनि आफ्नो प्रहरी साथीहरूलाई 2टा क्लास इङ्ग्लिसको र चाइनिज अहिले हाम्रो देशमा चाइनिज पनि टुरिस्ट एकदम आइराख्नु भएको छ उहाँले इङ्ग्लिस बोल्नुहुन्न कम्तीमा एकदम बेसिक कुरा कम्तीमा आउनुहोस् यहाँ बस्नुहोस् यो हो यति भन्न धन्यवाद हजुर नमस्ते भनिदियो भने नि उहाँहरू खुसी हुनुहुन्छ त्यो तालिम गर्ने सोचमा हामी छौँ.
The need to improve the behavior and attitude of the staff is essential for improving the mindset of the tourist visiting Nepal. The initiative for the training has been taken by the tourism minister himself in an effort to improve the overall environment at the international airport.
And now the news from the international arena. British lawmakers defeated Prime Minister Boris Johnson in Parliament yesterday in a bid to prevent him taking Britain out of the EU without a divorce agreement. Reuters reported that this move prompted the Prime Minister to announce that he would immediately push for a snap election. The government was defeated by 328 to 301 on a motion put forward by opposition parties and rebel lawmakers in Johnson's party. More than 3 years after the United Kingdom voted in a referendum to leave the European Union, the defeat leaves the course of Brexit unresolved. The possible outcomes still range from a turbulent no-deal exit to abandoning the whole endeavour. Lawmakers will seek to pass a law forcing Johnson to ask the EU to delay Brexit for a third time until January 31st today. Earlier yesterday, British Prime Minister Johnson lost his parliamentary majority ahead of the crucial Brexit vote after Conservative MP Philip Lee defected to the pro-EU Liberal Democrats. Lee alleged that Johnson's Conservative government is aggressively pursuing a damaging Brexit in unprincipled ways. AFP quoted Lee as saying that the party was using political manipulation, bullying and lies. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for the arrest of those involved in attacks targeting foreign-owned businesses in the country and killing at least 5. Several shops and businesses were looted and burned down by the riot caused in a Johannesburg neighborhood earlier this week. The riot targeted all foreign-owned businesses. The police fired rubber bullets and arrested over 189 people from the mob. President Ramaphosa said there is no justification for these xenophobic attacks and everyone involved will be seriously dealt with. Police spokesperson in Johannesburg said that the riots were full of criminals who were taking advantage of an adverse situation, reported Al Jazeera. The violence comes amid a wave of protest in the transport industry linked to anti-foreigner sentiment. According to the Road Freight Association of South Africa, more than 200 people have been killed in incidents associated with attacks on foreign truck drivers since March 2018. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Serena Williams beat China's Wang Xian in a record 44 minutes to reach the semi-finals of this year's US Open. In an emphatic display of power and precision, Serena Williams defeated the Chinese Wang in straight sets of 6-1, 6-0. Williams, who is seeded 8th, is chasing a record equaling 24th Grand Slam title. Serena will face another power player in the form of Ukraine's 5th seed Alina Svitolina, who beat Britain's Johanna Konta to reach the semi-final. In the men's section, Russian Daniil Medvedev defeated Swiss Stanis Wawrinka to reach the semi-finals, where he will either face Roger Federer or Grigor Dimitrov. Charles Leclerc of Ferrari won the Belgian GP amidst the grief of losing a fellow driver, Antoine Hubert, in the same track on Saturday. Antoine Hubert was a Formula 2 race car driver who died in an accident during the official race. Hubert was a childhood friend of Leclerc, who said it was unnerving to take the corner at the same speed his friend did during this win. He says it is important to remember how dangerous the sport can get. Veteran driver Sir Jackie Stewart says the desire for a win is pushing the drivers to take unnecessary risks. According to him, there have been more incidents in the past 24 to 36 months than in the last 5 years. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Prime Minister Oli holds a video conferencing again. Government spokesperson says Oli returning home this Friday. Rove Committee finds substandard parts in vehicles purchased for lawmakers. Reports suggest fixing 11 vehicles and returning back 3 others. 3-1 International Airport to train staffs for welcoming tourists. The training is aimed at developing a positive mindset among the visitors. Opponents of no-deal Brexit defeat government. PM Johnson suffers blow in Parliament after his party MP defects. And Serena Williams cruises into US Open semi-finals, defeats Chinese Wang in record 44 minutes. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.